Hi everybody, welcome back, my friends, to a show, of course, that never ends. This is this week here on Ustream. Well, this bit is for you lot on YouTube to let you know what you're missing and what you are missing on Ustream. Something else you mustn't miss. Natasha, my girlfriend, and I are going on Nana Akwe's show on GB News on Sunday evening, 5 o'clock, something like that. Have a look at the schedule and we'll be explaining our Hampton Court Palace. The Hampton Court Palace has totally devastated and ruined our planned wedding, leaving me almost £20,000 out of pocket. And they started arguing, and now they're just ghosting me. Even the trustees are. Is this a little sign of woke? Did someone say, Jim Davidson getting married in a palace? Who does he think he is? Just because he's had, this is going to be his sixth wife, it doesn't mean he can get married here. Anyway, I'll tell you all the woe and everything on Nana's show. It is totally unbelievable and made me think, you know, people deserve to be treated better. I mean, I don't brag about it too much. I just tell everyone I meet I'm an OBE, but you'd think the palace would look after me. After all, I'm almost a war hero. Having run through the jungle in Belize being chased by baddies. Excellent stuff. Well, let's go on about what's happening today. The BBC, of course, in its wokeness have cancelled the boat race. Why? Because they say, oh, there's not enough people viewing it. It's bollocks. It's because the woke person in charge of the BBC doesn't want to show an elite sport of university guys, right? I mean, I used to watch it a bit. It was quite good. It was good, especially in the fog when that bloke, John Snagg, he didn't know who was in the lead. It's either Oxford or Cambridge in the lead. And I often wondered why there's the same two in the final every year. But there you go. What do I know? They've stopped all that. They've also, and maybe it's BBC cutback. Shouldn't we say we're not going to pay our licence fee? Well, we should say that anyway, I believe. I'm not inciting you to do that, but it's just an opinion. We don't have the Grand National on the BBC anymore. The Ryder Cup we never had on there because they won't have all the bad language. Anyway, I'll be saying as well on Ustream, which I have to be careful, another sensitive subject of my trip to Rome, to the Vatican. I didn't have to go and see the Pope. No, the American Pope Bob. No, but Italy I love, and I love the Italian people. But it was interesting walking around Rome and about the groups of people that were there, and really people playing to their stereotypes. Brilliant, wonderful Italian people, classy, smart. A lot of Filipinos there. All our hotel was Filipinos. It took me back to Dubai, where you just have to get used to the way that the Filipino people are. They are the most helpful in the world. They are lovely. But there was some groups of people just acting their little way. How would you expect them to be if you was central casting, or if Rome was a film set? You'd say, give me a bunch of them people over there looking menacing. Give me someone selling stolen shit here, etc., etc., etc. And it wasn't diverse at all. The only Asian person I saw right on that trip was when I got back to Heathrow. Seriously, I could have landed in Bombay. Even the person that said turn left here if you've got a UK passport, I couldn't understand a word that person was saying. But that's the way things are going. They were Indian people and they work hard, and we all love Indian people. But it was like Bombay. I didn't see one white person working in Heathrow at all at border control. But that's the way it is. There's been a report as well, hasn't there, out that it's unfair, or it seems a bit lopsided to have so many black people on adverts. For 2% of the society, they're on 50% of every advert. But they said there's not enough handicapped people or other people that's on there. I mean, what's going to happen? The other thing I'm talking about is Nigel Farage. Like him or dislike him, they've now decided to put him under a bit more pressure and maybe to keep him under house arrest, if you like, to remove 75% of his BG team, bodyguard team. I know all the guys, they're great who work for Nigel. They're very efficient, very good. And they do the same for anybody else, even a Labour politician. They're not into politics, they're into protecting their target, their principle. And they're very good. And now with all this stuff going on with Joe Cox, etc., and other MPs, and and of course the terrible assassination in America. It's awful. So why don't the police look after him? Because they're too busy stealing Union Jacks or Union flags from some young lady. Have you seen this? A policeman taking a Union flag and screwing it up, you disrespectful bastard. Screwing it up and leaving the Palestinian flags there. I don't care if they were French flags or Albanian flags or any flag, any other flag. Don't screw our flag up. People are entitled to fly the Palestinian flag, especially George Galloway. You've got a big fan there, you boys out there in Palestine. I like old George. I've been a mate of his for years, and I think he's a brilliant politician. Okay, so I will see you all, unless you join Ustream Plus, when you can see all about my holiday. You can hear about it if you sign up to Ustream. Yes, it's a blatant plug. Yes, it's, I don't know, $5 a month or whatever. That's not even a half a pint of beer a day. Does anyone still drink halves? Anyway, so I will see all of you lot on GB News on Sunday, which is free, Nana Queer, and you can hear how I planned. Listen, this wedding took forever just to decide whether to do it. I knew I'd slightly be a laughing stock. And imagine Natasha, be your sixth wife, are you fucking mad? That took me forever to talk her into it and trying not to get her to sober up, to change her mind. And now we've been totally fucked over by one of Britain's establishments. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It will certainly make you think. Anyway, I'm back from Rome now, and I'll tell you all about it. What that country has that we don't have. What our country has that no one else in the world has is the worst leaders possible. Come on. It's terrible. It is shocking. When David Lammy says that Nigel Farage flirted with the Hitler Youth finished in 1945. Well, that's only 7:45. What a fucking idiot. Okay, I'll see you next week on This Week. All you YouTubers, you people watching here, try and join Ustream. Honestly, you'll enjoy it. It's not going to make me a millionaire, but it might give you something to think about. Something. Get ready for these elections coming along. I'm not going to tell you who to vote. You'll vote for who you want to, but something's got to happen in this country. I think we're a pressure cooker waiting to explode. Jim Davidson, News at 10, in Studio 2. Chertsey. Are we turning over? Yeah. Okay, here we go.